What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV.
And I am Chloe Johnson, and I am young, fresh, and new.
All right. All right, you guys, we are back for another episode of Young, Fresh, and New. And I have on the side of me is the beautiful Chloe Johnson. Okay. What's
Thank you.
going on with you? What's going
What's
on?
going on, Scotty? Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I did tell you a while ago that I was gonna reach out to you to do this a long time ago, but and this what's so crazy about it is this is all months late. This was supposed to come out in October. No, was it October? Then it's supposed to be in January. So much shit happened. But we're finally here now. That's all that matters. We're finally here now. And we're here to talk about her channel. All right, we're here to talk about the things, other things with her channel. Now, before we get into the question asking, could you tell us what do you talk about on your platform?
Okay, so I do TV show reviews. So it's a lot of relationship, reality TV, sometimes hot topics, every now and then a little YouTube drama, things going on TikTok, just me adding my commentary, reviews, reactions, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The basics.
All right then. All right then. So we're gonna start with the very first question, which is being that you are how long you been doing YouTube, by the way?
4 years.
Okay, so you're fairly new, still kind of in YouTube life, you're fairly new,
Oh
child.
yeah, definitely.
So with you being on YouTube for 4 years,
Mhm.
who were you watching before you started YouTube, and who possibly inspired you to get your own YouTube channel? Like, who do you watch and you was like, oh shit, I could do that too. Like, let's get into that real fast.
Bondi Blue.
Love Bunny
I
Blue.
love her. I ride for her so hard. She don't even know it. Anyway, um, I used to watch like her Greenleaf reviews, Housewives of Atlanta, all that good stuff, and I'm just like, I could do that. I can do that, and so I just turned on the camera one day and just was like, let's do it. Let's do it. And I was in a bad place in my life, so like she really got me through a lot of like loneliness, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I was like, why not get in front of the camera and talk back? Like say what I got to say about the show. So that's why I started YouTube.
Well, I told Bundy this a while ago. I told her that when we were just together for the Boss Baby Wars, and I told
Mhm.
her this when we did the one-on-one segment back in November. I said, what you don't realize is you are inspiration to a lot of the female YouTubers that's on the rise right now. Like a lot of people that I've talked to, a lot of girls that I've interviewed for this segment, they either said, I was inspired by Bundy Blue, or I was inspired by Ashley Miller, or I was inspired by Forest Rocks. It's always those three girls that they call out. And I always tell them, you never know who's watching you. And it's so crazy that you said that you was watching her and she got you through a lot of the darker times in life and
Mhm.
things like that. I hear people tell me the same thing. And what's so crazy is that I'll be going through my own storm when I'm in front of the camera, but I'm giving other people the will to continue to get out of their storm. So we
Yeah,
never know as YouTubers how we really affect people and impact them.
yeah.
And for me as a YouTuber, because when I started my YouTube channel, I was in a dark space too. I had flunked out of college.
Okay.
I felt like I was a failure, and I just decided to do this, because I was Bunny Blue wasn't out at the time. We kind of started around the same time, but she wasn't out at the time. But the person that I was inspired by was the Scorpion Show. Like that's who I
Wow.
was watching all the time, and I just knew I got tired of commenting on his stuff. And I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna do my own channel. I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's got to be somebody out there that agree with me.
Somebody.
So, that's how we come. That's how we do it. So it's crazy, but I love Bundy. Bundy don't know how much of a gem she really is.
She is.
She is a gem
She
for real.
really is.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, with your inspiration, what are the challenges that you may have faced since you started YouTube? Because YouTube does come with its challenges.
Oh,
It's not easy. It's not an overnight thing for some of us. Some people get on YouTube and they soar right out the gate.
right.
Some of us take a while. So what were your challenges?
So, I would say at first, like even now to this day, I have to like not look at the numbers because like if I do a show and someone it doesn't like pick up immediately, I'm just like I'm not even doing it. I'm not even gonna waste my time. There's no point. And so I'm trying to get over that hump of like not like you said. I don't do it for the views. Like I'm trying to get over that hump because it's something that I enjoy. I should just enjoy it. Um,
Hmm.
so that part, but also like I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I just had a baby. My baby's 6 months. So
Hmm.
between balancing, real life and then trying to do YouTube, that can be a struggle every now and then. So I always got to keep motivating myself because it's easy to just be like, oh, I do it another day. Oh, I'll do it later. So staying motivated is really, really a thing. But also trying to get into like hot topics, I get in my own way. Like I feel like if I say something wrong, people are going to be mad. If I, give my opinion, then and it doesn't align with the majority, then it's like I always fear the backlash, and so that stopped me from going forward because it's like, you know what? I don't even want to get in my headspace over it. And so I just be like, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like I want to talk about female rap too, but I don't want the people coming down my neck if I start talking about Cardi B and if I start talking, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
different things cause different crowds.
Well, since you said that, I'm going to give you a word of advice. Now, one of the things that you mentioned was real life. You're a mother, you're a wife, you got this stuff going on. That can be it can be a balance issue because
Mhm.
YouTube is not as easy as everybody think it is.
It's
It's
not.
really not that easy. Like people think you could just jump in front of here and just get on camera. And no, because there are days where you really don't want to do it, but you have an
Mhm.
audience that you're trying to feed. So you want to get up there and do the best job that you possibly can.
Mhm.
So I am a person that has been doing YouTube for in October is going to be 14 years. Most people don't even know that. Some people think that I'm new and I'm not. But I've been doing this for 14 years, well, almost 14 years. And my channel did not start really popping off like it is now until 4 years ago during the pandemic.
Mhm.
A lot of my issues, the first 10 years of me doing this, was my job
That'll do it.
and my mental health.
Mhm.
I speak candidly about dealing with depression. I do have my bouts with that sometimes.
Mhm.
And sometimes my depression can be, I can be so depressed and it can be so heavy that I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out the bed. I
Mhm.
don't really want to film. I don't want to do nothing. And I had to overcome that in a sense because all last year, like I say it all the time,
Mhm.
2023 was terrible.
Mhm.
That whole year was nothing but a dark cloud up till we got to the end. Like the last 2 months were great, but from the start, it was a cloud. People dying,
Oh wow.
friendships broken, you know, financial issues. There were so many different things that were going on with me last year that
Mhm.
I could have really being suicidal, all those different things were going on with me last year. So I could have easily not been up here. But for whatever reason, with all that going on, I was still able to be up here and still be vibrant and still give my opinion the way that people need me to give it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So when you say your real life, being a wife and a mom, I understand that. So
Mhm.
I always tell people who are kind of new to this, like my friend Josiah, for instance, I always say everybody's not able to do a video every damn day like I can. I don't
Mhm.
have no kids. I ain't got no husband. I mean, I talk to somebody, but I ain't got no husband. So, it's just me. So I can get off of work and I can jump on here and do what I got to do.
Yeah.
And people be like, Scotty, how are you able to put out all this content every day? Sometimes I don't know how I can do it, but I tend to do that. But if you can't do it every day, just make a schedule
Yeah.
and be like, okay, maybe I can do this 3 times out the week, or maybe a fourth if I can. Like,
Yeah.
do as much as you know how to do. But
Mhm.
if you're gonna do it 3 or 4 times out the week, you gotta be consistent in that too. You can't
Right.
just come out and say, I'm gonna do it 3 or 4 times a week, but then don't follow through on that schedule because your people gonna be looking for it.
And they
You know
definitely
what
do.
I'm saying? And they're gonna be looking for it. And after a while, if you don't be consistent with that, they're gonna move on. And
Mhm.
I know that for me, that's what happened to me. I
Mm.
allowed life to get in my way, and they moved on. Some
Mhm.
eventually came back, but some people moved on and they never came back. So you got to find the right balance with your real life.
Right.
When it comes down to the numbers conversation, I always tell people the numbers will come. Don't focus on numbers. Don't be a number chaser. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
with YouTuber, we see other people and see how they're doing and see how their channel is moving, and we want to do it. We want to know what formula do they use to get
Mhm.
their channel going, and that's not the right thing. That's not the best thing to do sometimes, because sometimes you'll run yourself crazy trying to figure out what the next person doing instead of just doing it on your own pace.
Right.
Me, for example, I remember Ashley Miller telling me this a long time ago. I mean, I think she said this the last time we collaborated. Um, I think I was heading towards my 50K at the time. And she said, boy, you could have been at 50K a long time ago. Like, she would say this all the time. Rocks would say it, Bonnie would say it, and they give me all my flowers at this point. It's like, don't focus on the numbers, because
Right.
even with myself, I know that reality TV is my bread and butter, and I know that the blogs are my bread and butter. Even though half the shit that goes on in the blogs, I don't give not one damn about half these stories. I know
Right.
that my people want to hear my opinion, so I do it the best way I know how. But another thing that I really love is music. And at first,
Mm.
I was doing music content, and when the numbers wasn't numbering the way that I wanted them to, I stopped doing them. But
Mhm.
now I'm like, fuck that. This my channel. I want to do stuff I want to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I can give my not fans. I give my supporters what they want, which is the reality reviews, which I don't mind that. And I can get them the gossip, which I really don't care for like that, but I do it because that's what they want. But I can
Mhm.
also do something that I want to do, and that's talk about music. I love music. I love music conversation. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I want to do. So now I'm gearing up to do more music content now.
That's
And
great.
that'll be going on in the summertime. And I don't care what the numbers look like. Long as
Mhm.
I'm able to do what I want to do, I'm good with that. I don't care how the numbers look. So that's another thing. So that's my advice to you is, don't be a number chaser.
Yeah.
The numbers will come. I'm telling you, they will. And I am the right person to listen to when I say that, because I was doing this for 10 years and I was
Mhm.
stuck in one spot. But all of a sudden my channel grew, and it grew fast as hell too. And it was going places that I didn't think it would go. So if that could happen for me, it can happen for you. Not
Yeah.
everybody is a person that does it out the gate. Sometimes some of us can be late bloomers like myself.
Mhm.
So don't worry about numbers. Just long as you're enjoying it, and long as you're doing it in the best of your abilities, just keep doing what you're doing. And if
Yeah.
you want to add other things to your channel to, gravitate another audience, I don't see nothing wrong with doing that either. That's if you really want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I always
So
say that to myself. I'm like, I gotta expand to grow. Like I
yes,
can't
you
stay
do.
where I'm at, because if I stay where I'm at, I'm gonna keep what I have going on. I have to expand. So yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, you do have to expand, because when the pandemic taught me something besides me catching the shit. But the pandemic taught me something. When the pandemic started,
Mhm.
all the reality shows were not filming.
Right, everything was off.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that was the only show that was running, and they stopped
They stopped.
mid-season.
Yep.
Real Housewives of Atlanta was still running because they been filmed their stuff, but they had to do the reunion Zoom wise.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
those
I
were the
remember
only
that.
two shows that I was reviewing. So I said, what am I gonna do? I gotta do something. What am I gonna do? So I tried to do little retro reviews. Like, I tried to, rewatch The Flavor of Love and do reviews on that. And I'm like, did I really love this shit back then? I guess because I was older. Because
I
when
love me some Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love came out, I was 16. And at that time during the pandemic, I think I think I had just turned 31. And I was watching this shit, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. And so I'm like, so I stopped doing it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? So I remember the first thing that I did was I was looking at Michelle A.T. Alien Brown,
Mhm.
and she did an interview with Peter Thomas and Apollo. That was the first
Mm,
video that I did.
mm.
She saw the video. She commented on the video. I'm like, okay.
Right.
I got the views off the video. Then I
Mhm.
did another one. Then I said, okay, why not do a whole gossip column then? Because there ain't nothing else going on. And, so,
Mhm.
and I said, what am I gonna name it? So I got this group text with two of my friends, and I'm just gonna tell you, we from a small town, so social media drama is always on the horizon when you're in a small town. And we be screenshotting shit and we be keying in that group chat. And the group chat was called Yes for the Mess. And
Oh,
that's where
okay.
the name Yes for the Mess came from, was that group chat, because it was nothing but mess up in there. So I said, since we're going to talk about the mess, let's do a show called Yes for the Mess.
Yeah.
So I did that and it helped. Like, you got to expand. Then I started doing panels. Then I started doing things like this. You have to do different things, long as you want to do it.
Right.
Just
Of
do it.
course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my advice to you on that.
Well, thank you.
So speaking of that, what are the things that you are interested in doing that you haven't done yet on your channel? Like, are there any shows you want to talk about, or is there any different segments you want to do? Like, what is there you want to do that you haven't done yet?
So I definitely want to like break into more hip hop culture,
Mhm.
um, and like more blogs. I want to get into the controversy of it all. But like I said, I be in my own way because I'm very opinionated, very very opinionated. And when I feel something, I'm real passionate about it. So I'm like. That's why sometimes I'm like, let me pull back because if I say what I really want to say, it may not end well. But I would definitely want to get into that, and I also want to like do more viral topics. Um, but what I have noticed is that I don't have to be long winded. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough content for the video,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, ain't no point in doing it. But then like I've been looking at other people, even yours. When I look at your Yes for the Mess, and I'm like, oh well, that's like 10 minutes. Oh, that's like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sometimes they prefer that.
yeah,
Sometimes they prefer that. Like, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I do read shit and I'm now not reading it anymore. But there's some people who don't want to watch no videos from me longer than 10 minutes. Some people
yeah,
can't take me for more than 10 minutes. And that's just the truth. And that's just what it is. And it's okay. Sometimes 8 to 10 minutes, you can get your point across and be done with it. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if I know that, okay, I'm gonna do this topic. I don't really give a fuck about this topic, but I'm gonna do it in 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm gonna put it out there, and that's it. Or there's some times where I do my live Yes for the Messes where there's like four and
a lot.
five different topics.
Yeah.
Three of them topics I probably don't even care about, but I'm just talking about it. So I know what they're here for. They're here for the last two topics that I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Like the main event, the way that I do it is my main events are the last ones, but the ones
Right.
that we probably don't give two fucks about it, I start with that, or I
Yeah.
may start with something viral. Like, so if you only got 8 to 10 minutes to talk about this shit, do that. Some people prefer short videos.
Yeah.
And even with my live, sometimes I'm struggling with that, but I'm starting to put like timestamps in so they can fast forward to what they want me to the part that they want to hear.
Right.
So yeah, so if you only got 8 to 10 minutes, that's okay. Do that.
Yeah. I'm
I
noticing that now. I'm
prefer that.
like, girl, just make the video and put it up. Make the video
Yeah,
and put it up.
yeah. Some people prefer just 8 minutes. It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
just do that. 8 to 10 minutes is okay. Hell, if you look at like my dear friend, my good friend House of Aaron, some of his should be 4 or 5 minutes, and he get the point
Mhm.
across.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Like, so you hearing that from me. If you ain't got much to say, but you got to say something about it,
Say something.
say something. 10 minutes is fine. Some people
Hmm.
prefer that. Some
Yeah,
people
okay.
prefer 10 minutes. Okay, so but like I said, don't get in your own way, and please, it's your channel, it's your opinion. And
Right.
we also have to understand too, and even as a person that once again been doing it for a long time, when I first started YouTube, because the people in the real world love me so much and I'm popular where I'm from, I felt like everybody was gonna like me on YouTube. But
Hmm.
everybody's not gonna like you.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Your comment section is not gonna be full of positivity all the time. Now, I will say this, and this is a lesson that I'm learning too.
Okay.
Sometimes you can have a comment section full of nothing but positive shit,
And
and
you
some people
focus
can
on
get
the
to
negative.
the negative shit. The negative shit sticks out like a sore
It
thumb.
does.
And I'm learning to not even bother with that. So
Mhm.
don't ignore those that's showing you love. If you can't respond to everybody, just heart the comment. That's what I'm starting to
Mhm.
do. Let them know that you saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like, everybody's not gonna like you. So say what you want.
Say what you want.
Do what you want, because I think I'm going live a little bit later. I might go live, I'm not sure, or I might just do one video and put it out there. But I mean, I'm about to do a video later, and I know that people probably not gonna like what I got to say about it, but
So,
I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. Like, that's what it is. Like, Whitney Williams wasn't successful because everybody liked her.
right,
A lot of folks didn't like her, and a lot of celebs wouldn't come to a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot
right.
of, and if you ever notice, a lot of the people that are popular and got big followings are polarizing figures. If you
Uh-huh.
notice, you know, there
Yep.
may be some people that are, have big, nice and bubbly personalities, and everybody likes them. But then a lot of the people, they do tune in to polarizing figures like a Tasha K. They love
Hmm.
Tasha K. As much shit as they talk about her, they love to watch the bullshit. Or
Yep, absolutely.
Armand
Hmm.
Wiggins. I love Armand Wiggins.
Me
Everybody
too.
knows I love Armand. I am a stan. I love Armand. And I don't agree with everything that he says, but I still
Right.
tune in. I still tune in.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
so damn, this is already 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
We're having a
so
good time.
right. So when it comes to your channel, and like I said, this segment is for people to see people that may not, that I feel like needs to be seen, that I feel like is not being seen enough.
Okay.
So there's some people that's watching this right now, and they probably be seeing you for the first time. And what do you want people to know? Like, what do you want people to take from your platform if they're watching you for the first time? And what do you think they should expect to see? Like, that's a
Um,
question, but
I would say expect to take from my channel accountability, um, to look deeper into yourself. I do, like, even when I do my reviews, I'm always very detailed, and it may seem like I'm talking about the show, but it's always a lesson in something. So I
Mhm.
always try to make sure that we learning something in the midst of it all. But I can't really explain what I want you to take for, but I want you to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm animated. I want you to leave happy. I want you to leave feeling better than when you came in. And if I can do that, then that's all I need from you. I
And
did
that's all that matters.
I did my job. If I can leave, if you can leave and be like, that was good, or I feel better, or I'm glad, I stayed around, then that's all I need from you. But yeah, so you're gonna get it how it is. Because when I talk about something, I'm very sure about what I talk about. That's why I'm always like on the fence about things I don't talk about, because if I don't feel confident or sure about it, I don't. But when you get the video, trust me, you won't get the video.
All right, that's a good way of putting it. Now, this is what I do at the end of all of these, and I
Okay.
give you a word of encouragement, a word of advice. As a person um, that's been doing this for a long time and that works with YouTubers, whether they're smaller YouTubers, mid YouTubers, big YouTubers, it doesn't matter. I work with everybody. Always be sure of what your content is, and always be sure of the things that you want to do.
Right.
Never allow, because sometimes our minds can play tricks on us, as the ghetto boys would say, and it can sometimes deter us from doing to deter us from being bigger than what we're supposed to be,
Mhm.
or doing the things that we're supposed to do, things that we know that we have the potential to do, but sometimes the confidence can sometimes take us back. Make sure you be confident in what you do. Be
Mhm.
sure that you putting out the best product you know how to put out. Be
Mhm.
sure that you are yourself and authentically you.
Mhm.
Because the thing is, people know when you're trying to be something that you are not. And
Absolutely.
the viewers can pick up on that. Like, don't be no personality, just be real and be 100% you. And if
Mhm.
people don't like that, that's okay. There's some people that will. Also, there are people that at the same time, you may have a whole bunch of people that do like you, but then you may have your set that don't. And that's okay if they don't. Everybody is not going to be likable to everybody. Because, I mean, we have the people that we like, and we got people that we don't like either. And that's okay too.
Yep.
So it's nothing wrong with that. Just do you and do the content that you want to do. And like I told you early on, never number chase. Do
I
not
won't.
chase after the numbers.
I won't.
Do content for you, and do the content. Like I said, it's a mixture of things. Do the content that your people want to see, but also do content that you want to do. If it catches on, fine. If it
Mhm.
don't and you still want to do it, do it. Somebody watching it.
Somebody watch it.
So it don't matter. So, with that being said, I
Scotty,
appreciate you doing. Go ahead.
one second. I
Mhm.
just do you mind if I give somebody their flowers really quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to. I never got the chance to do this formally, but I wanted to give Really BTV her flowers.
Mhm.
Second year on YouTube, she was watching one of my videos and she was like commentating on like things that I was talking about, and she shouted me out, and I gained 3,000 subscribers that year
Mm.
off of one show, and I was really new. So I never got the chance to formally thank her for sharing her audience with me, but I did want to just say thank you.
You know that's my girl in real life. You know that's my girl in
Yeah,
real
I
life.
know, but I just wanted to, put that out there because I never got the chance to, formally thank her like this. So
Well, I can't wait till she see this because she a fucking crybaby. She gonna cry when she see it. But however, thank you for doing this with me. I appreciate you doing this with me. You know what I'm saying? You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to come here after you
anytime,
did your own damn video. So thank
anytime.
you for that. And everybody that's watching, be sure to subscribe to Chloe's channel. Her link will be in the description box, of course. So make sure you guys go check her out, go support her. And if you do decide to go and support her, let her know that I, Scotty by Nature TV, sent you over there.
There you
Thank you
go.
so much once again. And we are
Thank
out of
you.
here. Until the next episode of Young Fresh and New, we're out of here. Bye, y'all.